Hey everybody, it's the Gun Doctor. I'm here today to talk to you about Elftmann tactical products. I got the safety here. It's for the AR15 and AR10. It's this Ambi speed safety because it goes on both sides and you can poke it through just like a pistol safety. They got black, oxidized, and stainless steel. And then this is just like an O-ring. I think you can even take it off if you want. Comes with the detent. It does not come with the spring, so that kind of stinks, but whatever. It's got a lifetime guarantee. It's made in the United States. That's somebody else's card. Get that out of there. Okay, there it is. There's their website. They got a lot of dealers. It's a pretty small company. They've only been around like 5 years. They do have some really nice triggers that I want to get. I'm going to have a review for you soon on that. Their triggers, they have AK triggers and AR triggers. All their triggers are the same. They have patents, so nobody else has this idea. They all run off ball bearings, like aircraft grade ball bearings. So where the hammer and the trigger, where they rotate on their axis, it's got ball bearings, so it rotates very smooth. It's the smoothest trigger you can get. Instead of it just swiveling with springs, it's got a ball bearing. So I don't know why nobody ever thought of that before. It's a great idea. And the triggers are very good. Like, it's very lightweight. They all have very low pound weight pull, and they're all interchangeable. So they have the match trigger, they have the 3-gun trigger, and the X-2. You can buy one, and you can buy, whatever part out of any different one, and you can switch them all, and it's exactly the same. They all have the same springs, the same everything. The match trigger, you can get either a curved bow or a straight bow. Now with the 3-gun, the only difference is you can get a curved bow or a straight bow, but the trigger bow is skeletonized and the hammer is skeletonized. That's the only difference. The whole hammer bar is skeletonized. So it's supposed to have a faster lock time, and it's supposed to be the fastest there is. Now that's the 3-gun. Now the X2, it has the same spring, has a skeletonized hammer, and it has a skeletonized trigger, but the trigger's like this long. You have to have a removable trigger guard to make it fit because it stands out further. So it's so long that you can use 2 fingers. So when you use all their triggers are 3.25 to 3.5 pounds trigger pull. So with the X-2 you can use both fingers, and you're only using 1.5 pounds on each finger. And if you come down to the very bottom of the trigger and pull it down here, because the way a lever works, when you pull it down here, it's like a 1 pound trigger pull when you're down at the very bottom tip of it. So it's a very high speed trigger, high quality, and all their triggers, like let's say I got a 3-gun and I wanted a solid, or let's say I got a match and I wanted a skeletonized trigger, I could just buy the skeletonized trigger and put it in the match, and now it would be a 3-gun. They're all exactly the same pretty much. They all got the same parts and components, and you can mix and match. You can buy different triggers, so you can have multiple ones to switch in and out. So they all got like a little bit over a 3-pound pull, but there's no take up. Like, as soon as you put your finger on the trigger, they're all single stages. They have no double stage triggers. So they're all single stage, but as soon as you put your finger on the trigger, it's a real crisp, smooth break, but there's no take up. There's no little flex or anything. It has a very short reset too, and I'm gonna get the X2. I was thinking that 3-gun or the X2, but I think the X2 is gonna be the best. So as soon as I get that in the mail, I'll do a review of that. So stay tuned and check out Elftmann Tactical.